At the back of the race then, so it will be all eyes to the lights go red, the revs rise, and away we go. Oh, look at Morgan, yeah. Morgan Creasy
launches, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that's got some sort of remote launch or anything. I think that was just Creasy launcher. That's okay. He really needs a good finish to the weekend, doesn't he? As we say, it's a bit of one of those mixed fortune weekends for Morgan. Our reigning Thunderbike Ultra champion, of course, so we would expect him to be at the very sharp end. I'd be interested to see how Andy Saunders gets on as well, of course. I don't know what went wrong with his bike in the earlier race.
He wasn't there on
his wasn't there. Oh, okay, no, maybe it's a bit terminal, and that's good news for David May, of course, because he's trying to close the gap there.
It looks like they're trying to go 3 wide in towards Palmer's there.
Okay.
That's going to be that's a different take on it. Absolutely. The first left-hander there, and it's Stephen Butterworth ahead of Morgan Creasy and Tyler Donovan. So that is first, second, and third. Just behind them, there was somebody hard on the brakes. That I suspect is Andy Denyer, just by the body position of the rider in 5th place, and it is indeed Andy Denyer just ahead of Clinton Wood, isn't it? And then David May, that's Alex Mann up next ahead of Justin Rose, Jordan Kilworth, there's Ollie McRae ahead of Raymond Stagg. That's the running order then as they go through Hamilton's, but the race leaders, wide there for Stephen Butterworth, he's onto the grass, is he? Whoa, just about kept it on the road, but Stephen Butterworth...
Yep, that was one of those dustbin lid 5p moments for the back end there, and also for the bike as well, I should think, because that was definitely a bit of a moment. And so I think he'll recoup from that quite quickly. That's definitely good news for Morgan Creasy, and was it James Fern in the mechanics there as well, so those two will be very happy, won't they?
Tyler Donovan.
Tyler Donovan, sorry,
yeah.
mate, yeah. So, I think Steve Butterworth's got a little bit to come from. You don't know, maybe the tyres are a little bit cold, maybe just made a mistake, maybe the tyres a bit warm. We've got no idea. It's the end of the day, of course, but yeah, that was definitely a moment.
But he twitched more than a rabbit's nose. Through goes Morgan Creasy around Corrams then, and it is Tyler Donovan ahead of Stephen Butterworth, but Stephen Butterworth says no. It's enough to level him as they go in towards Riches then. Looking further down the order, it is Fern, Wood, Mann, Denyer, May, Kilworth, that's Jordan ahead of Justin Rose, Raymond Stagg, Kilworth, that's Hayden ahead of Ollie McRae, Connor Swire, Sean Wallace. Then it is Robert Eagling just waiting for Ricky Woods. There he goes, and George Prenos. And number 89 of Darryl Skins just coming across the line now on bike number 89. This race leaders now in towards Palmer's, and we'll be heading towards Agostini's as we speak.
Challenge very shortly. I think Butterworth has definitely got Creasy in his sights there as they go hard on the brakes for Agostini's. That's Creasy from Butterworth. Now let's wait and see. Butterworth definitely closes. They're going to gas the power. He's going to have a look into Hamilton's a tricky place to pass, but I think he's going to be able to do it there. Definitely looking at the inside of Morgan Creasy. They disappear by the tree. He's gone past. Creasy though fighting straight back. No, he can't quite do it at Roggies. Let's see how they go there. This time it's Morgan's turn to go very wide at that corner. Now that might pay dividends as he gets to drag out of the corner at Williams if he gets a better line onto the back straight. But Steve Butterworth has definitely shown notice that he's one to be reckoned with. I'm not quite sure what his form on the board is, but he's certainly a very quick rider on these big machines. They go down the straight. It looks like he's got the better of Morgan Creasy all the way down the straight there, mate.
Well, you say that, but Morgan Creasy, I believe, has just slipped up the inside of Stephen Butterworth as they go in towards Bundles and Nelsons, and it is indeed now Morgan Creasy, Bike 800, the reigning champion, ahead of the 99 Yamaha of Stephen Butterworth for first and second place. We're watching them go through the wrong hole then, and they'll reappear at Corrams. I'll tell you what, they look like Tyler Donovan's just slipping a little way back here from the rear end of Stephen Butterworth, but Butterworth goes to the inside of Morgan Creasy and takes the race lead once more.
Down the inside, but we know the fast line at Ritchie's can also be around the outside, and that's what Butterworth takes there as he does a great job of holding around the outside. Does Creasy have the inside into Wilson's? No, he certainly doesn't, as they hanker up very hard indeed. We're now just 2 laps into this 5-lap encounter. This, of course, we said is our last race here at Snetterton this weekend. So let's wait and see.
Looks like we've got a rider down at the bottom here.
Yeah, well done, good spot, mate. Yeah, somebody breaking down rather than crashing down, to be fair. So not quite sure who that is. We'll have to wait and see who doesn't come across the line in just a moment. But I think it could be Jordan, actually, is it, mate?
I do hope not.
Timing beam.
Yellow flags are being shown there.
I wonder if that's young Jordan Kilworth, unfortunately, for him.
Right there, unfortunately, but the good news is that he is perfectly up and okay. In fact, he picked up the bike himself and was moving it to the tyre wall himself.
He did fall over, did he? Looked like he was motoring.
It did look as though it was a few scrapes going off the circuit here. But,
all right, must have picked that up very quickly indeed.
Yeah.
Remains to be seen by Dan Stacey, of course.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right, Butterworth and Creasy over the line. They were separated by 0.02 of a second. Butterworth the fastest lap of the race, 59.4, so that's the hot pace out there again, not challenging the lap record. But remarkably, it looks like James Fern has set the fastest for second time. So there's a little bit more time to be found out there as Butterworth goes fastest in the first sector this time round. So he is definitely looking to increase that gap over Creasy. They're going to be coming back into our sight very shortly. They're just hitting the bomb hole, coming out of the bomb hole now, as we'd say. And yeah, Creasy's getting left behind by Butterworth. Got some seriously good speed through the back end there. On to the Murray's corner they go. Let's have a look and see what the gap is this time over the line. Last time 0.021, but Butterworth has definitely stretched the cables there. He really has come across the line this time. He is, come on computer, catch up there. 4.7. That's not Tyler Donald. No, that's got to be a mistake, because that was Butterworth who came across the line.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, it looks like a slight glitch in the matrix there for Stephen Butterworth. We'll keep an eye on it when he jumps back up to the top then, but you're right, Morgan Creasy and Butterworth going at it as we move on to the penultimate lap then. Just confirmation that it was Jordan who unfortunately went down there at the bomb hole, but he was up and perfectly okay. And Raymond Stagg has returned to the pits on the number 117 Yamaha. And we're watching the race leaders. Yeah, Butterworth most definitely there in the race lead ahead of Morgan Creasy. 1 minute 58.664 for Creasy on that previous lap then. So they're certainly not going slow there, are they? I know the lap record, you've took it down now, but it's in the hand of Steve Palmer from 5 years ago.
Yeah, very fast time, wasn't it? Yeah, I have, packing things up here. You're not the only one. I like a quick getaway, mate. So well known for that. I used to be able to pack up after a race and get gone before the next race is finished, which is a very useful skill when you're coming over from Pembroke, that's for sure.
It wasn't a quick getaway from the hotel this morning, though, was it?
Yeah, too. There's a burn for you. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
You're most welcome. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I live that down. I'm sure my wife will forget it very quickly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Creasy. Hey, Creasy, Donovan. Yes. No, hang on. What's going on here?
Yeah, Butterworth still isn't showing as being in the race lead at the moment now on the timing screen, but we're looking up towards the bomb hole on Corin.
Yeah, I think he will be before the end of the race, because the last lap flag's about to go out.
Yeah, that's most certainly
Butterworth out in front. Yep. Don't worry about the glitch in the matrix, guys. TSL always sort these things out. There was a high tech. Yeah, there was a 2.5 second difference there in that last lap time. James Fern in third place, Tyler Donovan in fourth, ahead of Alex Mann, who's really enjoying his time on the Ultra machine there. Good to the work. Ben Wood's dad, he's having a good old return to racing. I think he's showing Junior how to do it as well. David May leads the Extreme machine, though in fact he goes past on Wood that particular lap. Denga moves up a couple of places as well, so Andy Denga having a good old time out there. Who's second of the Extreme? The Extreme is not as popular anymore, are they?
Yeah. He's just coming across the line now. They have been wheeled on by, I suspect that's Luke and Max down there on the pit wall, wheeling on Ollie on that number 234 Classic Suzuki. He is second of the Extremes, as you mentioned. They're ahead of Sean Wallace by 0.7 of a second there. However, Ollie was... Okay, that's going to be an interesting one in this final lap then, because he was lapping around about 0.7 slower than the man behind him, and the gap is 0.7.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. In past lap of the race, 1:57.766 there for Steve Butterworth. So absolutely phenomenal pace. Junior flag will be getting prepared very shortly. Just waiting for the last couple of runners and riders to come and collect the last lap flag for the call of the day at Snetterton, and we finish on time, which is definitely a bit of a boosted bonus after yesterday. So congratulations to everybody in race control who makes this show work. Those guys and girls work very hard to keep it all nice and safe and smooth, and try and keep the timekeeping as best as they possibly can. And we're going to finish it well on the time. We keep the locals happy, and that means everybody's had their full race distance, including, of course, the catch-up from yesterday. So definitely a good effort. It's easy to look at my watch and go with hindsight, so we could have had this morning's warm-ups, but oh boy, we'll only take one more flag to lose another half hour very quickly indeed, wouldn't it, Bradley? The flag indeed there for Steve Butterworth. Over the line he goes from wait for Morgan Creasy to come along a few seconds later. There's Morgan. So
and he will continue his way, championship hunting away. So definitely a wait for the other runners and riders. James Fern comes across the line there in a very solid third place. That's a good Saturday for James. Might take over Alex Mann, he'll be well pleased to have 5th place. It's only the second time out, first time out on the bike this weekend. Andy Genya up next. David May takes the win in the Extreme Machines ahead of Ben Wood, another Ultra. And just in the rows, Hayden Kilworth wins the battle of the Kilworth, but that's not